morning, y'all. So I'm gonna make an iced latte. I washed my hair and just slept on it because where am I gonna dry it? Who am I gonna see? Great. I'm also making a breakfast potato. So I wanted to thank the sponsor of this video, which is the POSHMARK Slide Mini. These are Bluetooth headphones that, you guys, these are only $55.99. These are really great because the battery life is super long and they fit really well in your ears so they don't fall out. They're kind of like the AirPod Pro. If you're like me and you have gone through so many different wireless headphones, you know how annoying it is to constantly feel like you need to rebuy them, but they can be really expensive. So these are just so great because they're not like super obnoxious like some brands. I could definitely like work out in these. And what's so great about them, one of the best features in my opinion, is that they charge in the case, which if you know about AirPods, you literally have to pay extra to have a case that charges them. Like they need to be plugged into the wall, but these, the case stores the charge, so they're charging like literally right now. They also come with a 1-year warranty, so if you are looking for a new pair of wireless headphones, you don't want to pay like $200+ these are just a great bet. They're compatible with basically anything Bluetooth, you know. And yeah, I just think these are such a great feature, especially for me, someone who seems to always, you know, have problems. So I will link these down below. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring me. Just such a great value. Like they come with so many different features. The battery life is really long. Just the fact that it charges in the case, like everything. Check it out. This would also be a really great gift idea. Also, they charge with like just the classic universal charger. So yeah, thank you so much to POSHMARK. Once again, linked down below, and let's continue with the video. It's Monday, not that that means anything. I woke up way too early for no reason, and you know, daylight savings, so now it's so dark in the morning, and this coffee thing doesn't open till later, so I was just like, what's the point of life? It was annoying though, because I felt like still tired, like I could have gone back to sleep, but then I was like awake, and I still, like, my body just feels tired, like my head feels tired, but it's like, mentally I feel awake, you know what I mean? So interesting, the different types of tired, like a jet lag tired versus a who just worked out tired versus a drank wine tired versus a it's past my bedtime. So apparently they like closed, I don't know if they closed parks or like I don't know what specifically it was, but I know for sure they closed beach parking lots. So I guess they're not like allowed to like close the beach, but they can close the parking lots because I guess this weekend like a lot of people went out. So there's a difference between like, you know, all those people on the beach on their spring break literally being stupid as fuck and then like going for a hike because it's like, yeah, stay home, duh. But at the same time, I get that people are bored. I think it's mostly just like the crowds of people, and I know some hiking trails were definitely like probably more packed than others. But just stay home, y'all. I really do want to try grocery delivery. I like to put my potatoes in for 15 minutes and then flip them for another 15 minutes. So for the second 15 minutes, I'm gonna add some kale. It just gets kind of crispy and it's like good. I'm just gonna do some work on my computer. Some working from home tips. I have done a few videos. I guess I'll sit over here so the light is better. I have done a few videos about like what I do and what my work from home routine is. So if you are struggling in that sense, or I guess even just like doing school at home, just, you know, it's weird. And I think the best way for me to relate, because I'm already used to the working at home part, is like the gym from home, because it's like you're in this environment where you're not used to focusing on that, and then you have to focus on that. Like, why would I want to work out right next to my couch? I'm used to sitting on my couch and relaxing. Like, this is my relaxing space. So why would you want to like work next to your couch or your bed? So I guess it's like a tip, like when I really have to get a video done, or I'm like, okay, let me do all these emails or whatever it is, I like to sit at the table or over there, not on the couch. Sometimes I sit on the couch, but I feel like it's better to focus. I've said this before, but I never do, I'm sure you guys have heard this before too, but I never do any work in my bed. Sometimes people are like, why don't you have a TV in your room? And I just like, no, like my phone in my room is enough. Like that's my space to like relax and sleep. And yeah, if you're having trouble sleeping, like just kind of think about that, like how many distractions do you have in your area that you're supposed to be relaxing in. I don't get how people sleep with the TV on. I made some TikToks yesterday and I feel like I'm finally getting the the hang of it, and I'm just kind of like excited for that because I'm like, yay, I can stay in the house, make videos and TikTok. So follow me. I think a lot of you have been following me on there, and I have over 100 followers now. Also, I learned actually on TikTok that all Starbucks locations have just like closed, so I guess that makes sense. I was confused because was that last week that I vlogged? But remember I got a Starbucks, so I was like, are all the ones in my area closed just because people aren't going to work? Like, I just didn't know. But I guess now we know. But that's kind of like weird to me because they have mobile orders and stuff, and like some locations, I mean, obviously there's drive-throughs, but then some locations also have like a window you can pick your mobile orders up from. I don't know how that's not considered a restaurant, but at the same time, I guess I get it. Not that I really care, like I'm just gonna save money, but damn, kind of like would have got another cold brew before. I'm actually really sore from that HIIT workout that I did yesterday. And I guess it's good to know that I can do cardio in the house. It's like so bizarre, but I think it's just becoming like more regular almost. Like it's still weird, but it's not like I feel like last week, 2 weeks ago, I just had this feeling of like, I guess more panic is what you would say, but yeah, I'm just like, okay, like for me personally, I'm fine with just this, like staying in the house, going to the store as little as possible, going on a walk. I'm like, okay, I can do this. And even stuff like, oh, they closed hair salons, like I'm low-key kind of glad because I'm like, I was kind of feeling like I needed to get my hair done soon. Like the reason I get my hair like this is because when it grows out, as you can see, it like fades really just like evenly, so it grows out nicely. The way that they do it, it's called baby lights, but they just like blend it really nicely at the top, so that already, you know, makes it so I don't have to go as much as, you know, I would if my roots were crazy. But I was kind of like, damn, I want to get my hair done soon, and fuck, I was thinking like, damn, it's kind of like a weird time in between, like, because I want it to be fresh for summer, but I don't think I can wait that long. But it'd be kind of a waste to go like twice after just a few months. So now I have an excuse not to go. Okay, do you guys remember when I tweeted like, I don't understand dog people? I literally lost like 100 followers after I tweeted that. I think for me, it's not dogs. It's like when people don't train their dogs. I just remember growing up and going to friends' houses, like as a little kid, like elementary school, like their dogs would always jump on me and just like lick me. And you know, that I was little and they were like big dogs. So I think I just always had like beef. But I guess I've just like realized that it's just when people don't train their dogs, like, or like I was walking in my lobby and it was like a little dog, so it wasn't as, I mean, low-key sometimes little dogs are like more annoying, but it's like, again, I know it's like the owner doesn't train them, it's not the dog. I don't like a well-trained dog, bitch, bestie, I love, but it's just like when people don't like wash them and train them and they're jumpy and they want to like bark at you. Anyway, this girl like was walking with her dog and her dog was like trying to tangle itself around me like with its leash, and she was just like standing there watching it happen. I was like, are you serious? That's why I'm like, I'm not gonna get a dog right now because first of all, I live in an apartment. Like I would want a house with a yard, and also I just like don't want to go through training a dog. Like when my parents got their dog, my mom was going to all the classes, reading all the books, watching all the Dog Whisperer. But yeah, that's just like so annoying. So it's not like I was like, oh, I'm more of like a cat person, but low key. But also I just think it's like, for me, I don't get how people can have beef with cats. Like they literally are just like chill. But I think also you don't need to like train cats, you know, necessarily. So I have beef with less cats because it's like they're not annoying. Everyone has different experiences though. Not to say that I don't like dogs or I have beef with dog people, but do you know what I mean? Like I used to be like really scared when I was like, again, little, like 5, 6 years old. Now it's just like, oh my God, how are you just letting this happen? Like you're the owner. It's just so annoying. I don't know why I'm thinking of that. I think because I just went down to get coffee and I was just thinking about that, like how shocked I was. That girl just like letting her dog run up all on me. Nothing like a well-trained dog though, and like a dog who doesn't stink, and like a dog who is just like with the shits. Like I love that. Like I really think animals are so smart, and especially like, I mean, you know, I think most people are used to just dogs because, you know, in our society it's like our main pet, you know, but they can really just like feel energy And I just like remember it's like I guess I kind of grew up with a dog, but it was more like when I was in middle school and high school. Like it wasn't when I was really young, but just like how they can sense things going on, or like if someone was walking up to the door or something and like I didn't even know yet, they didn't even knock, I didn't hear them, but the dog knows. Like I just think that's so cool. And I feel like definitely like, again, if I have a house with like yard and stuff, I would love that, just for that sense of like security and vibes. Anyway, I'm gonna edit my vlog, drink my coffee, eat my last 2 eggs. Low-key, I've been eating a lot of vegan meals, so I think I already said that. I was just like looking at my bank account and stuff and all my finances, which is good to just like look at it, you know, obviously, and then you can see if there's any activity, and also you can just like, you know, like fraudulent activity, and then you can also just see like, I mean, I'm sure you guys do that. I'm sure you already know this. Already, bitch, I've spent way less money this month, which low-key, it's like I don't even really spend money like that. Like even when I go out, it's mostly just on like Ubers and food, and I guess like coffee and stuff, but already is like I notice a difference, which I guess is good. Low-key, part of me thought it would be like the same, if not more, just because I feel like I'm buying more groceries, but I guess I'm not. I guess I'm just buying my regular amount. So good to know, but let me know if you guys can relate. Like, have you noticed, are you spending more money, less money, the same? Because I feel like it could kind of go either way. Anyway, I already got like 8,000 steps, and I went to a local little Asian market, and it was like the best experience, 10 out of 10. There was a sign on the door that said we're only allowing 12 people in at a time, but it was like empty. I kind of want to get ready and maybe like just fuck around on TikTok more, because it's just like fun as fuck. But yeah, it definitely felt good this morning to just like walk around. As I've said, like I don't want to say the same thing in every vlog, but it's just like things I think about every day. I can't remember if I already said this, but let me know if you guys feel more, or should I say less stressed, especially walking around outside. I just felt a lot calmer. There was just way less people, way less cars, and just coming home. I mean, also it wasn't like super hot out or anything. I feel like sometimes I come home and I just feel like exhausted, just like sweating, walking, being around so much noise and people, and I just didn't feel that like at all. So that's just kind of an interesting observation. Like I like how calm it feels out, and it's just interesting, like opening my phone, being on Twitter, looking at the news raises so much anxiety, but then when I go out, I mean, obviously not to like say that there's not stuff happening in the world, but it's just like to give yourself a little break and actually experience like just going outside. So yeah, let me know. Do you guys feel more or less stressed? It's crazy because like when I open my phone, I definitely feel more stressed. So in that sense, I guess I wouldn't say I'm more stressed, but it's kind of just like, oh, what the fuck's gonna happen? But as far as my day-to-day routine, it's like, okay, I have food, thank God, blessings. I'm settling into the routine of it. Like it's kind of feeling a little more normal now versus like, what the fuck, I'm not allowed to leave. I'm just like, how do we go back? I mean, we can't go back to what life was before, but I just wonder how life will be different after this. And also, how are they gonna like reintroduce, like they have to do it gradually, you know? They can't just be like, okay, today's the day, everything's open at once. Like, I feel like that's when the most people would get sick, right? But I just wonder what the fuck is gonna happen. I feel a little more at peace now with it all. Just these like changes, I guess. Not at peace with, you know, like coronavirus ruining lives, but just in the sense of like, life is so different now. Shut up. Shout out to whoever used my DoorDash code. Links down below. I have codes or links that you guys can use for Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Postmates. It's really important during this time to like support local restaurants with delivery orders. So I got $10 off because somebody used my code, so shout out to whoever did. But I got ramen. I always would think of myself as more of a pho person because I just like the like broth, like the clear broth. But I don't know, I kind of been really liking ramen. I feel like it wasn't until I like moved out here, but this is like chicken, and I got clear chicken broth, and then I got this little bowl. This was literally like $5, and this was a small one, so I don't know why it's so much, but I just was craving like something. Like I almost wanted to get like a fried chicken sandwich from somewhere, but I was like, okay, this is a little healthier. And then I saw they had this like appetizer little side with fried chicken. I was just like craving it. balance, you know? I had my kale, rice, and beans. Bitch! I just love broth. Oh my god, please. So excited to eat this right now. Nothing but pure vibes, baby. Look at that broth, so bomb. And I'm watching this, so yeah.